So I really nearly didn't make it tonight because the clock stopped. I was sat watching the telly, sat watching last night's episode of Midsummer Murders, and looked at the clock. I've got another half hour yet.
Midsummer Murders. That's another thing that
I'm pretty sure your clock's still a minute behind everybody else's.
I thought,
It's the stupidest music of a TV program ever.
who is want to live in midsummer? Anyway, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Monday night, another Monday night, and I'm still hanging on here. I'm still
thread.
Yeah, as I said, I'm not quite packed outside McDonald's yet. Trying to live stream on the Wi-Fi. Well, it could be another week. We could just get another week out of it where I'll be here for a Monday night live stream from eModels. That's emodels.co.uk with me and these guys here. Right?
He went all.
I thought he'd gone. I thought he'd moved halfway through the stream.
He pointed at you pointed at Chris and went, duh. That's the reaction I have.
Yeah, I seem to be fragmented a little bit here. I hope I'm all right. I hope I can make it through the stream.
He's gone all out of sync now as well, Ryan. He's all talking, his mouth's talking in different times.
He'll catch up in a minute anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm still here at the workshop, still in boxes. Everything's going in boxes. I keep finding more stuff to put in boxes and run out of boxes. So here we are. Fox and Chris, welcome down here there.
Hello. Boxes. We don't need no stinking boxes, senor.
You've been putting boxes in boxes. That's where you're going wrong.
That's it. I have actually started putting boxes in boxes now.
I heard you like boxes, so I'm gonna put boxes in your boxes. So you've got boxes in boxes.
And you're right. Yeah, you're right on the front of the boxes. Boxes, third bedroom.
Always helpful.
Box 17 of 3.
Yeah. So yes. Anyway, once again, it's your eModels live stream. It's up to you to sort of lead us along the way or distract us off some obscure tangent. As usual, we'll have a look at what's in store. We'll have a shout out as well. If you've got any shout outs, if you've got any anniversaries or birthdays or anything like that for anybody or yourself or anyone else, email them to ted@emodels.co.uk. If you've got some model making or model related event happening in or around you anywhere or in your area, you can email those as well, and we'll try and shout them out. And everything else that goes on. We've got some prizes to give away. We've got some mugs to give away. Yes, the mugs are back in stock.
I've still got an old one. I've not got the new one.
Yeah, I think we need to have words.
He asked for a new one, but I've got the old one. I'm going retro tonight.
Ted's moving, and he's got an extra mug to move now because he's got a new one.
I've got an extra mug straight away. I don't know how he did that.
It did come in a box, so I've got a box to pack this back in.
As always, if you're watching this anywhere other than on the YouTube channel, don't forget, we do count on you joining in the live chat to keep it buzzing, or buzzing, as we say in Manchester here. If you'd like to ask a question or take part in the live chat, just click on the little YouTube icon that's down here somewhere in the video player, and that will magically transport you to the YouTube page where this stream is, where you can join in the live chat. If you want to ask a question, stick it in big fat capital letters in the chat so we can't miss it. Or, as always, you can click the little $sign, the little super chat button underneath, and your question will be in a big coloured box that we can't even conceivably miss. But if you can't get access to chat at all, you can mail Ted with the questions, and it's just ted@emodels.co.uk. And don't forget, if you give us a question and answer to do one of the sticker or mug giveaways later on, you'll get a sticker if we ask your question. So make sure to send us questions that we can ask to do the giveaways later on, because we don't like thinking up questions because it's really hard.
And speaking of stickers, I've got a whole load here ready to go. I'm going to try and get up early tomorrow and get out to the post office before I get off to work and get this batch sent out. So
what is this get up early of which you speak?
I've heard about it, but I don't hold with that.
Nah.
Dave Barker says, Ted, that box behind you just moved. Have you packed model making chicken in it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it for a few days. Perhaps
he's probably found a box.
Is it that one that says Farm Fair on it? I think it might be.
Yeah.
You are taking model making chicken with you, aren't you? He did say that.
Taking model making chicken with us. It'd be a new experience for her to travel. Yeah, she came in a box actually. When we brought her home, she came in a box.
Yeah. How old is model making chicken?
She's going to be about 6 or 7 year old now.
And the next question is, how old do model making chickens get?
I was trying to think of a way to ask that. That didn't sound really kind of
I have
About 4, I think, is the answer.
Yeah.
a lot of chickens, especially these brown chickens, don't last particularly long because they sort of outgrow their laying life, and then they're found alternative living places. Yeah, but apparently a chicken can live to about 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a chicken isn't just for
Christmas.
a chicken.
No, it's
Just for
It
Sunday.
isn't just for sandwich. No, right.
Chicken isn't just for Sunday roast; it's for life.
Yeah, a turkey's not just for Christmas. Oh, wait, it is.
Boxing Day as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken isn't just for Christmas, but turkeys are.
Dave
Joanna
White-
Hammond does say she's asking if she's going to get a mug soon, and Zadster says he got his this week. So they are out in the wild.
Yeah, they're out there. They had a huge big order, and they're getting them out as soon as they can. But if you haven't won on that note, if you haven't won a mug in the past, you can get them online from eModels, and eModels are selling them at cost. They're not making any money on them, and they'll even send them out free of charge. You just click Collect in Store, and they'll send you it in free post.
I've actually got a little thing on the page where they're for sale that says we don't actually make a profit on these. We sell them at whatever we buy them for.
Yeah, so
It's quite cool. They're not making a profit on those.
Yeah.
Dave Wiserum Gunbarker says, somebody please email Ted questions. I could not think of one.
Yeah.
I know. Dave's the only one that sends us questions ever, so we might have to think of questions ourselves.
Yeah, Dave Barker's banned again from having stickers because it's costing all the postage. It's taking all the postage.
No.
Don't make us think of questions ourselves, because no.
So if you can think of a question and answer that we can use to give something away, don't put it in chat. That kind of negates the point of giving the answer out. Put it in an email, ted@emodels.co.uk. Please, for the love of dog, send in questions, because we don't like doing the thinky bit.
If you haven't watched the show before, they don't have to be model making questions.
Yeah,
any questions with the maths, science.
Yeah, sweets, 1980 TV.
Theoretically, it could be what's my favorite X, Y, or Z. It could be what's my favorite coffee.
As long as you provide the answer in the email as well, because we might not know it.
Yeah, we don't do fact checking. This ain't news night.
If we don't check the facts. We just send a big man round if you get it wrong, and everybody complains. We send Gav round on his bike.
Michael Jackman's received his mug as well, and he sent Ted an email.
Yay!
So might be a question. You never know.
It hasn't popped through yet. I'll just refresh the page. I do have my phone open. It does have a signal. It is plugged in.
Oh, sorted.
Yeah, hopefully everything else is So, right. So, just a bit of a question then. What have you guys been doing this week? Fox, what have you been doing this week?
Oh, I thought you were asking chat. I was going to sit back and be like, yeah, let's read the chat. That's that easy.
Well, they're all typing because there's a 20-second delay between us asking and them typing.
On tonight's show, we're just going to read the chat out because this week I've been mostly working on the diorama, which has come along a little bit. The only reason it's taken so long is PVA glue takes forever to dry. So what we've done is I've got myself a little cheap picture frame for £3 or £4. I've got I'm in the process of filming the episode, which includes animation. I've backed up the cardboard backing for the picture frame with some foam core and some plate or plastic card. That's just so that any water doesn't go straight through to the cardboard and to the foam core. And we've got some normal bog standard flower arranging oasis foam and some stones so far on the landscape.
Is there one that's fallen out there?
What, that hole?
Yeah.
No, I decided to leave it as a hole to make it look like one of these rocks had fallen out.
Okay.
So I've got the basic shape down, and it's kind of beginning to take form as some kind of little stream or riverbed. So I might have to get funky with that and do some like gloss varnish trickle of water or something. But I've got a lot more little stones and things to put on there and bits of grass. I've got to think of some way of doing reeds and things. I've got some stuff to do for reeds. So that's coming along nicely. It smells really weird. The one thing I've learned is super glue is rubbish for gluing stuff to this foam, because all it does is it dissolves the foam and doesn't really stick. So in the video, when you see it, I'll start by sticking these on with super glue. After I'll say later on in the video, yeah, you don't use super glue, use PVA glue, because super glue just melts it. So it's not that good.
So you say it smells weird?
That easy to use this stuff. You just hack it around with a knife and squish it with your fingers.
You say it smells weird?
What does?
I don't know. You just said it smelled weird.
Did I? Okay. Well, the foam doesn't smell weird, but it makes the PVA glue smell weird.
Okay.
because I was sat here tonight when I put the stones on. I happened to have, when I finished my work for the day and I was sitting at my desk watching some Stargate Atlantis and relaxing, I just had my tea and I thought, I shall have one of the bottles of beer that's been Mike Mountain very kindly sent me from Orkney. It's a very lovely bottle of Orkney IPA. And I had this beer and it was delicious. And about 2 hours later, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this room smells of really strong beer, like this it's a pub living room or something. And for hours, I could smell beer. It wasn't. It was the PVA glue.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit reacting with the foam. It smells like stale beer. It's really weird.
As long as you don't try drinking it, then. Cool.
No, I don't want to eat it. But the other thing, of course, is if you're going to use this Oasis foam, because it's dirt cheap as chips, it sticks to your fingers. So make sure you wash your hands after you finish before you handle any food or anything, or put your fingers in your mouth like you do.
Isn't that the one that dries and then you can peel it off and it's really good fun?
PVA glue, yeah. It's like the stuff you used to have at school. When I was at school in like primary school, I used to just paint my hand with PVA glue just so I could peel it off. Other kids just sticking with cartridge paper. I was just gluing my hand.
Yeah, Copydex does the same stuff, doesn't it? That's latex glue.
Dave Barker says, Fox tipped cover the florist Oasis in watered down PVA. It was going to absorb all the things already taken care of. I will be doing that because I'll be making the other thing you might not have seen. I will be using it's away in the corner now. I've got a big bowl full of actual real garden soil from the garden and everything. I dug a hole and I'm going to be making like some mud and soil and stuff. So it will be sealed with PVA first because it's as porous as anything that. So like I said, super glue just kind of goes inside it and doesn't stick anything. But the advantage of this stuff is if you want to put a tree into your diorama, you don't need to glue it. You just go and stick the tree in the foam and it stays.
Yeah.
Right.
The only thing I find with it, if it tends to dry out, it does go a bit bitty. So
you have to make sure it's dry before you start hacking it around.
Yeah. So
it can be quite crumbly, but if, like Dave says, and which I'm going to do, if you seal it in PVA or something first, just so it's not, because I have actually seen the one thing you can't put on. You can seal it with paint. You can do like a primer coat or a paint base coat over the top, and that will seal it. The only thing you can't do is seal it with strong rattle can primers or paints that are like lacquer based or solvent based, because you can do, because it just kind of eats away at it and you get this kind of nice Martian soil texture. So you can do it and it gives a nice texture, but it does eat away at it. But it'll be like mud and soil and stuff all over this. This is just the base. This is just a lump to create the shape, basically. That's what I've been doing. I say it's slow going. So I've filmed some of the episode, but it's taken a long time because PVA takes forever to dry.
I'm quite liking the way this is turning into what does Fox's house smell like this week?
Yes. Well, this week it smells like alcohol because the PVA glue. Last week
because the PVA glue. Yeah, right.
Because I baked the soil. I've got to tell you, put your soil, get a load of soil, put it in the oven at 180 degrees for an hour. It smells fantastic. It smells like baking bread. It's really nice.
Well, you'll be getting that knowing nod off the postman when he knocks at the door, delivers a parcel, gets hit with a waft of beer.
He'd be like, "Are you baking soil by any chance?" Strange, you should say that.
As he goes back to the post office, says, him from down the road with the big guy with the beard, the alcoholic. Yeah,
the Charge Our Fan Club manager or something, or whatever he is.
The alcoholic that's always baking bread.
Yeah.
Anyway, what have you been doing, Chris?
This week I've been mostly unwell and not making anything at all. So I've done absolutely nothing on the tugs at all this week. I've not done a thing.
Unwell.
Not even opened my packet of Orkney fudge that I got sent from by Mike Mountain and when he visited Scotland last week. But
you weren't so unwell that you couldn't eat that.
Yeah, I was. I haven't even opened it.
I actually forgot about my fudge. I found because I'd hidden it for Skylar. I opened the cupboard. Oh, fudge! Yeah, and then I shut the cupboard and just forgot about it again.
Is it halfway up the stairs or halfway down the stairs?
Which box is it in? Is the real question.
Yeah, I've been digging into the fudge. Yeah, as for me, that's what I've been doing: packing boxes, visiting solicitors. And working. We did think we'd be moving this Friday. As an update for the house move, we did think we'd be moving this Friday, but the buyer solicitors sent us one of those letters. Can you just clarify this, please? And can you tell us why you've got an inspection cover in the middle of your garden and when it was last lifted? And can you are you including this in the sale? Yes, you know everything, but it's just an excuse for them to make an excuse to make more money. So we do think we may be moving a week on Wednesday. We think.
Yay, not a Monday.
Not a Monday.
Not this Wednesday.
Yeah, I could make it. Yeah, not this Wednesday.
Wednesday after.
Wednesday, so I could make it for next week.
Yay! Well, assuming you got broadband.
Yeah, I'm still around.
Because it's BT, in it. There's no guarantees there.
Yeah, apparently it's a 1 gigabyte or upload at the new place. So I don't know.
Oh,
that'll be enough.
We have an important announcement from Spiddy Q8. He says shepherd's pie and Henderson's relish.
What's Henderson's relish?
I don't know. Paul at what's he on tonight? He's on the Team Inept channel. He says Henderson relish goes with anything. So apparently he knows about it.
If Paul knows about it, it's probably good.
It's food, so Paul knows about it and he likes it, so it must be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Spider Q. On that note, thanks for the excellent video last week of your quick inbox review of your E-Models prize. Well done. Glad you like it. It looked a really good model as well. So
yeah,
we're looking forward.
Yeah, did enjoy watching that. So if you do win a prize, put a video up.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've got a YouTube channel,
get a YouTube channel. Put a video.
Get a YouTube channel. Put a video up.
Well, if you're talking in the comments, you've got a YouTube account, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Even if you film it on your smartphone.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what I film my videos on? A smartphone.
Yeah.
So yeah, even if you don't have even if you're not inclined to do a video, if you do win a prize, be it a sticker or a mug or a kit or anything like that, like one of the giveaways, send us in a photograph and we'll include it on the E-Models Facebook page. I'd like to see who you guys are.
Paul says, "What's Henderson's relish? That's a Mancunian for you." # Team Sheffield. At least we have gravy on our chips.
Yeah, but then you have Americans and they have gravy on biscuits, but it's not biscuits and it's not gravy.
I know.
Is it not cheese and gravy on chips these days?
No, it's cheese. You have cheesy chips or chips and gravy. You don't have cheese and gravy chips. That's weird. Is that like a Cumbrian thing?
Just burger sauce on chips. That's sorted.
That would work.
No. I think the thing these days is portion chips with cheese and gravy on, please. Yeah,
Cumbria is weird though, like that.
Although
it has to be said, the Chippy Bank does do the best scampi in the world.
Yeah, Spid says he's got a sticker on his cutting mat. I quite like that in the video where he was all happy to get a sticker and it wasn't the sticker, it was stuck to the packet.
I know, I saw that and I was like, because if those that haven't seen it, he unboxes it and it's got a big E-Model sticker on the front of the model box and he's like, "Oh, I've got a sticker." Oh, it's stuck on the bottom. And there's like this moment of like, "Oh, well, thanks anyway." And then he opens the box.
We're not responsible. Yeah, we're not responsible for sending the packages out. That's the guys at E-Models. But you did find an E-Model sticker inside.
Yeah, that's John and Young John that do all your packing and shipping.
Yep. Yeah, so good. What else were we going to do this week? Yep. I've lost my list.
Oh no, the whole show's cancelled. Ted lost his list. Ted's written something down and I can't refer to it because that's what he does every week. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I did write things down, but I've probably lost the list. Yep. Yeah, we'll do a what's in store later on. That's next on the list. We'll do a what's in store, but we're too early for that yet.
Gary Pashley says chips and curry sauce every time, or maybe mushy peas if pushed. No, you can keep your mushy peas.
Mushy peas are great. Shut up. Don't be so fucking southern. Be flipping northern. We do gravy. We do mushy peas.
My daughter likes mushy peas, but no,
girl,
you can keep vegetables.
Mushy peas. Yeah, but the thing is, mushy. Right. This is the thing. Right. I hate peas because peas are the most boring middle class vegetable in the world. They're not even vegetables, I know, but they're just nothing. Don't give me peas on a dish because they're just bland. It's just
Are the mushy peas you buy in a supermarket the same mushy peas as you get at the chip shop?
No, mushy peas at chip shop are bigger. Mushy peas. Even though I find peas really, really boring, mushy peas, they taste different. They're fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Fox did a big swear then.
Yeah, Fox apologises for any language used while he was abusing me.
What, I said flipping? Although as soon as I said it, I kind of mispronounced it a bit, and it kind of might have sounded a bit wrong.
Yeah.
No, 2 or 3 people have picked you up on it.
It was flipping southern. I said flipping southern, but I was like, oh, that didn't come out quite pronounced properly.
Anyway, moving on.
Dave Barker says, Fox, they are heathens. They just don't know the gastronomical delight of pudding, chips, and gravy from Chippy. Oh, steak and kidney pud. Oh, yes.
Johannes Hammer says they're not. No, the real mushy peas are made homemade, soaked dried peas in sodium bicarb, left to soak at least 24 hours.
She's doing chemistry again, isn't she?
That's when you get what for the chips.
We're doing chemistry.
Yeah, that's real chemistry. That.
Speed says, who remembers the nobody makes peas mushy like bachelors ad? I don't remember that one.
Don't remember that. I did a question about food-related adverts the other day. Do you remember?
He's crashed.
He's broken.
Do you remember?
No, he's come back.
Ted, you always freeze. You kind of went, do you remember?
Yeah, it must be something wrong with the internet connection tonight because it seems to keep freezing.
Because you know you're moving. I was off a week before.
I just put my bandwidth down a little bit, which might help things. Hopefully, might not be as sharp now, but it might.
It's like you're out of focus again. It's great.
And there's a shock horror. Michael Jackerman says he's not very well tonight. He's got a terrible sore throat and cough, but we'll try to stick it out. But no pizza.
This isn't loud.
We know he must be ill if there's no pizza.
Yeah, you can always send a pizza around to us. We don't mind. We'll do that.
Yeah, it'd be cold by the time it gets to all of us, though.
Joanna Hammond says she's not always doing chemistry. It's a sad face.
What are we up to? Yeah, we were going to ask with the guys what they've been doing this week.
Yeah, nobody answered. I don't think anyone's been doing anything.
It's been one of them. Mind you, the sun's been out, hasn't it? It's been sunny this week.
I know, it's been nice today. Nice today. I've got the shorts on right now, but you don't want to see that.
No, nobody needs to see that.
Right, where were we? More about food. Chip shop chips is the only correct choice. Yeah, chip shop chips, curry.
I love the way it took us like 10 minutes to get into food.
Alan at Northwest Model says he loves watching the show in monovision because he's had an accident. He's hurt his eye, so he's only using one eye at the moment. So get better soon.
Yes. So, I hope the swelling goes down. Lots of
fastly.
Yeah, what you need is lots of ice, but put it in gin. That's away all the pain.
Yeah. Or get an enormous steak, but put it in gin first, and then
and then eat it.
Yeah, and then drink the gin, and it feels much better.
Moving on with more comments. Yeah, we'd like to hear your questions, guys. Any questions that you do have? I know we've got quiz questions coming in. Any questions related to modelling? Anything related to anything?
Ask us questions about anything. It doesn't have to be modelling.
And hopefully someone in the chat will know the answer.
Yeah. Joanna Hammond says, I will admit my homemade glue is working out amazing.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. She said, not always doing chemistry, and then mentioned all the chemistry she's been doing. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's a full all-round hobby. This encompasses everything: electronics, chemistry, glues. That's it. Michael Jackman says he needs the colour of the inside of the RAF Hercules. Is it green? Are they green? Anybody know?
Would it be the zinc chromate green, or would it be painted?
I don't know. Anybody ever jumped out of a Hercules? Will probably. Well, that's the last thing on the mind, isn't it? What colour is it? Oh, what?
Oh, nice interior.
What colour is it? So, nice interior. I must.
It's so rococo with fine oak wood paneling.
Yeah.
We have had a few people saying what they've been doing this week. Actually, we've got where were we? Paul said he's been tidying up his bench because it's a mess.
Yeah.
Lawrence also been doing a 148 snow speeder.
Ooh.
Tony, somewhere it's moved again, so I didn't copy it.
It's a funny
I can't find it. Someone's been doing something else. Driving his RC Tamiya Lancer Delta Rusting Customs models.
Ooh.
Playing an RC.
Gary Pashley says they're grey inside, by the way.
Are they grey?
And Dave Barker says cockpit green.
What shade of grey?
Green grey. Yeah.
Green grey. Right. It's a question I don't know. Cockpit green, says Dave Barker. Is that cockpit green?
Mark Scale Model says, hi all, sorry I'm late tonight. You're not that late, you're okay.
Northwest Modeler says, anyone fancy coming and finishing his models? Because he's only got the one eye. Can you not just paint the half that you would see out that eye?
Yeah. James Chapman did ask a question earlier about having a look for any model companies that might be wishing to sponsor him to build and review their models. Unless anybody knows anything, or anybody is perhaps an owner of a model shop or something like that out there that could get in touch with James, what I would suggest, James, is drop some people a line and see how it goes from there, really.
The only thing you could do is it's best to go to manufacturers. Best to try and stick to a field you like, and just ask everybody, because if you don't ask, you don't get.
And make sure you've got a backlog of stuff you've done yourself to show them that they can look at and see first.
Yeah, I mean, there are firms out there, I won't mention him, there are firms out there that will send models to people with like 5 subscribers.
Yeah.
Just because they want the coverage, but hey.
Yeah, it's just a matter of striking it real lucky. They might be looking at the right time, but
yeah, don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah. Sort of approach them and said, "Look, this is what I do. This is some of my back catalogue, and this is how I produce my videos. What would you like me to take anything on for you? Or, maybe offer to pay for the first couple of models, and then after that, they might take you on. But that's all I could suggest. If you don't,
I mean, I'd say if you're just starting out, it's probably best to get some videos on your channel, and if you tend to stick to one manufacturer, then that doesn't do any problem. I've had it before where I've made specific kinds of kits, and then a manufacturer's contacted me and said, hey, can we send you some? So manufacturers do look out for their stuff on the intertubes. So if you're making something that's like quite a small company, like a garage company, or I mean a garage kit, not like they make garages, yeah, I make garages. Or, something that's quite unusual, where there may be something that there's not a lot of that kind of thing on YouTube, and the manufacturer might see that and be like, oh, hey, do you want to make one for us? So you never know. But yeah, I'd say get some stuff on your channel first.
Yeah.
Because it stands you a better chance that you're not having to mail them twice.
Yeah. Offer to buy the kit, maybe sort of come to an agreement with them. You buy the kit at cost, build it, advertise it for them. If they say they're getting some sales in, they might ask you to do another one and take it from there, really. Yeah. So
Gundam fan says, I'm still after Starship Filth. My unicorn weapons won't be built or painted till I have some. It's in stock on emodels.co.uk. Just do a search for Starship Filth. You can buy it as an individual tube again now. It's not just in a pack. Because somebody asked the other day. Yes, it's back in stock. They've got a whole load of the individual tubes again now. For the 50, you could do a search for 502 Abteilung, or you could just do a search for Starship Filth. Best paint in the world.
Gary says, put all the soundproofing material away. They're all gold grey underneath. Some new ones are black cockpits for night vision goggle use. I think they're still talking about the helicopters.
Well, that's still talking about the inside of the Hercules. Yeah, good. So that's hopefully that one's sorted.
Can anyone, Timber, and I can't answer this. Timber says, can anyone recommend a Vickers Valeta aircraft, please? Been searching for and only can find really basic garage mold type kits. I've never heard of it, so.
I don't know which one that is, actually. Not being an aircraft sort of.
No, I don't know aircraft much, sorry.
Evil Monkey 979 says, had it in stock, Fox. Oh, is it out of stock? I haven't bought any.
I don't know. Gundam fan says, I'll do a Fox and buy all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a drawer full of them.
Yeah. You see, the problem was as soon as they started producing it again, Fox's he's like his shares dropped.
He's got them on back order.
Yeah.
The bottom dropped out of his.
Contrary to popular belief, I do not have a throne made out of Starship Filth tubes. No. It's more of a chaiselonge.
No. It's still the chat going in about the C-130s, dark Admiralty grey. The later ones have black cockpits.
Yeah, Paul's carrying on with his cleaning. He said he can see his cutting mat now.
Yes.
So
while you're getting sorry to interrupt. While you're getting Starship Filth, by the way, if you're doing it for any kind of weathering, get yourself some engine grease as well, because that's also very, very good. It's more of a more browny tone than the Starship Filth, and they work really well together.
Yeah, cool with that. I use some of that on the submarine engine, actually engine grease on the engine.
Yeah, funny that.
Yeah, by coincidence, yeah.
But you can make nice filters out of them as well. Joanna Hammond says it's not. Joanna, whoa, hello, explode. Joanna Hammond says, she says, and she starts, and it's not always chemistry. Ted, the question I sent you was biology.
Yeah, I did get the question, Joanna, and yeah,
I like it when people start a sentence with "and."
Well, I read it.
Continuing the other sentence.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll use it, but it's a good question.
Is that because you can't pronounce whatever it is, Ted?
I can pronounce it. Yeah, yeah, it'll certainly be a Google answer.
Might not be. You never know.
Yeah, it might not be. Well, yeah, we might have some biologists in here. Yeah, never know.
Crate says in a comment to Dave, he mentions his small aircraft book. He says, Dave, is that an actual small book, or is it called the Very Small Aircraft Book? And if so, is it small aircraft or a small book with varying size aircraft? I'm confused now.
I think if it's Dave's book, then he got a book very cheap,
like this,
but it's huge. It's like life-size plane pictures in it.
That big.
So I think he's calling it a small book, but he's calling it a small book.
No, Northwest Model. It says there's a nurse in the room. Yeah. Well, what does everybody else do? Yeah, I know that model making encompasses lots of people in their spare time. What else does everybody else do? Have we asked that one before?
I don't think we have. Actually.
Not this week.
Everybody wants to share their occupation online, but if you'd like to, tell us what you do for a living. It's always interesting to find out what people do.
Yeah, if there's any removal companies, solicitors, or anything like that, if anybody's in here, I'll be taking notes. Yeah.
Phil Lewis says that whooshing noise is not the Hawaiian volcano, but the Starship filth going out of stock.
Good Fan says he's an engineer. An engineer in what? A mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, or an engineer?
Space engineer.
Space engineer. So rocket engineer. Yeah, I've got any rocket scientists.
Yeah.
Lawrence says maybe Joanna can make Starship filth next.
Yeah. I actually did a comic strip once. And it was one single panel. And it was entitled It Really Is. And it's basically the character is stood there. In fact, I'm not going to tell the story because it's actually not a very good joke and I can't remember it. So never mind. Move on. I'll remember it for next week.
As we were.
I just kind of forgot my own comic strip. Never mind. Shutting up now, sir. What have we got? What do people do then, folks?
Zadster says, in theory, he designs electronics.
In theory, in practice, he makes things explode.
Yeah.
Scott works with silver and gold jewelry, as we know.
Mm-hmm. Tony Blackwell says he's disabled, and you'd be surprised, actually. A lot of people that watch this stream, and a lot of model makers, actually have various sort of levels of disability.
Yeah.
It seems to be one of those hobbies that people with disabilities seem to flock to.
Yeah, Zadster says in reality he's been a carer for a couple of years. I think it's if you're sort of at home a lot of the time, then you need something to do at home, and modelling is one of the things that you don't need to go out to do. You can order things online from emodels.co.uk.
Emodels.co.uk.
Yeah,
and I do know quite a few people who work through various disabilities, and they say that the model making has helped them. Either it's just it's a nice little world for them to go into to get away from it. I know people with various disabilities, it's actually been a kind of therapy for them, especially with like manual disabilities, like with the hands. It's a good way to keep the hands exercised and things like that. So it always makes me happy when you see so many people actually have various physical challenges that take to our hobby and get comfort from it. I like that. And
they get damn good at it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Osric 9000 says he works in a bank. If you've got any free samples, then send them to.
Yeah, we'll quite happily, do reviews for you. Send us some money and free samples of banking equipment, like money. And
it's going back to the thing about disabilities. There's a lad at work whose son has autism, and he's just got him into building Lego, which is one step away from what we do, really. And it sort of concentrates the mind, and it really sort of calms his lad down and sort of concentrates. And he says he's building some fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Evil Monkey says he was a mattress maker, but now he's unemployed. Mattress maker sounds interesting. Not the sort of thing you hear about very much.
Mr. Bay, you don't really get told off for sleeping on the job. Hey,
it could be a mattress test. Yeah, I'll do that job. Yeah.
Joanna Hammond says she was a software engineer, but now she's just long-term sick person. Sad face.
Mm-hmm. But it does help her keep her sane. Yeah. So, yeah.
Lawrence Sculfer does say maybe Joanna can make Starship Filth next.
I think as well, little forums and sort of live streams like this as well can bring everybody together on the same level. you guys, one guy at the top of the chat here doesn't know the guy at the bottom, but they're all interacting. Everybody's interacting with everybody, which is great to see.
Yep.
I've got behind on the chat now, so I don't know what anybody does.
Scott says model making helped him get his job.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Scott makes jewellery.
Yeah.
Silver and gold jewellery.
It's often quite a good thing to put on your CV. Actually, when they ask for what your hobbies and interests are, model making, and you can enlarge on that by saying you've got attention to detail, you can plan, you can understand drawings, you can understand assembly instructions. So it sort of fits in with everything.
Yeah, Kenneth in chat and Tony Blackwell have both mentioned Will Patterson, YouTuber Will Patterson, who is very inspirational model maker. Those that don't know, he's got his own channel, but he is an exceptional model maker. He's got incredible talent, but he was an off-road bike racer, if I remember rightly, and he had a horrible crash quite a few years ago where he did a lot of damage to his spine and everything else. He was paralyzed to a great extent, and he has used model making to get manual dexterity back in his arms and hands and fingers. And he's spent the last sort of 5 or 6 years slowly getting better and better and working on it. And he's actually an incredible model maker. So yeah.
Evil Monkey says it was memory foam. It's all hot glued together, so it's not as interesting as I thought it was. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it could give you some guidance on hot gluing all your waste form and stuff together, perhaps.
Yeah, Gundam Fan says model making is on my CV. On his CV, not my CV.
And
Paul's found CV as well, because I just haven't used a CV for a long time.
Paul's found a KFC cleanup wipe. I don't know if it's
used or not used. One's good, one's...
We'll find that one out. Lawrence says it was his IT and tech, the guy that tells you to turn it off and turn it on again.
Power cycle reset, as we used to call it.
Yeah.
It always makes people that don't know what you're talking about go, oh, right. I was like, yes. And you're just thinking, yeah, I've just told you to turn it off and on again, mate.
Dave Barker says model making and autistic kids are a great combination. Yeah, it goes to a point in fact there. He says Tommy is much better now. He's something to build and concentrate for. Great for his for motor skills. Yeah, so the kids can get a lot out of it. As we just said for your CV. Reading assembly instructions, diagrams, and following paint combinations and things like that. Yeah, there's multitude. It should be on a school curriculum, really.
Yeah.
But Paul says it's unused. It's not an animal.
Exactly. Yeah, even maths and things, as Joanna's pointed out before, get into chemistry and biology even.
But it's like when James May did his like, you know, thing about making a full-size Spitfire kit. Like making a full-size Airfix kit, but like a life-size Airfix kit with a Spitfire and getting it on sprues and everything. And one of the focuses of that program was like how kids today don't have any interest in model making and stuff. And he was going to say it'd be great if you could get kids into it because it's a creative art. It's not just like painting and drawing. It's no different.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, brilliant.
It's also very expensive, which is maybe why parents are quite glad that kids don't tend to take it up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with children these days, a lot of them are just into kits that sort of straight out of the box. If it's not straight out of the box and they have to put it together, yeah, they sort of lose interest. I think that's where the Lego sort of crosses the boundary. A lot of kids now are producing some fantastic Lego kits because they bring them out. Lego, Star Wars, a lot of Star Wars stuff kids are into, and adults.
Well, it always amazes me when you see a build by a young builder. I went to my local Warhammer store a couple of weeks ago, and you can walk in and they have like a monthly competition. So you put a vote on which ones of these like kits the people have built. And I went through, I like that one and that one and that one. I said, but I like that one the most. That's getting my vote. And I said, and the guy said, that was a 9-year-old that made that one. And it was this beautiful little figure that looked professionally painted. And I'm like, that's better than I can do. And he said, yeah, he's 9. He's been doing it for 4 months. And I was like,
I don't like that one anymore.
Yeah, he said, yeah, he literally never done it before. He came in, got some paints, and went off and just learned. And 9 years old, doing it for 4 months, and he does professional level. I'm like, wow, he could win a golden demon with that. Yeah. And then I went outside and cried a little bit because I've been doing this for 30 years and I'm not that good.
Reese at RJC Models is here. Evening all.
In Reese,
hope you're feeling better as well.
Sick as well lately as well.
Yeah.
Actually,
a lot of it around.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, going back to the Legos, that says trouble is with big Lego kits. They are big money. Yeah, they are. They have gone up in price, but I think they're sort of really sort of feeding the market. Really.
Yeah. Kenneth can't go past one episode without getting the little dig in there. He says, I think model making also teaches kids and people to start and finish something Cough, Falcon, cough.
Well, they teach people how to count up to 6.
6. Yeah.
You don't need to know more than 6 numbers.
Yeah.
Joey
Nothing
Moore
like
says
more
he's
than 6.
Joey Moore says he's doing a Bachelor of Science honorary degree in network engineering, cybersecurity, at his age and loving it.
Cool.
If you want to tell us how old everyone is in chat as well, that would be fun.
Yeah.
But,
so you can come around and sort my cybernet security out and things like that.
why does Ted keep going out of focus and slightly blurry? It's gone low res now because
I've turned the res down. Hopefully it'll stop buffering a little bit. So
I don't know if that's so much cybersecurity, it's just general incompetence. I don't know. Joanna Hammond says kids should do modelling. It teaches planning, dexterity, patience, etc.
Yeah, that's all the things I was saying. That's what I meant.
Well, she didn't have the patience to finish the sentence, so she obviously didn't start modelling as a kid.
Gundam fan says finish. Haha, my unicorn's coming up on 2 years.
Yeah, I actually gave my master grade unicorn full on my Gundam away as a prize because I got through halfway through painting it and just died inside.
Yeah. Did you give it away with it? Well, I've started it, and you could finish it.
Yeah, it was kind of. I did it as a not painted, but I did some weathering on the bare plastic and stuff. And then I painted the weapons. And I was like, I can't finish this, so I gave it away. It's still worth probably a bit of money, but yeah, hey.
Michael Jackman says when he was in Gibraltar 4 weeks ago, he saw kits for sale in a number of newsagents there.
Yeah, my local.
Where's the strangest place you've seen a kit for sale?
Yeah,
they're often in charity shops and things, but not.
Yeah. I mean, we used to have a little post office on the corner of our street in the days before newsagents, when it was just a post office. And it was like the post office and your corner shop all in one. And they used to sell little model kits. And all the newsagents around here sold model kits for years until like the 80s.
Well, that was always the thing for Woolworths, wasn't it? You guys in the UK remember Woolworths? I think that's where most of us bought our first ever kits from, in the plastic bags. You
often see kits in charity shops.
Yeah, and sometimes some charity shops you actually don't know. They don't know what they've got.
Most charity shops won't know what they've got if it's a model kit of some sort.
Yeah,
you can get some stunning things from charity shops.
Yeah, sometimes you get straight really lucky. Get paints, models, things like that, just shoved at the top in amongst the toys. Usually got to search amongst the jigsaws because I often find that they're in there for some reason.
They're sort of jigsaws.
Yeah, they don't know what they've got, so you get 30 quid kit for £5 or something like that. So,
as long as it's got all the bits.
As long as it's got all the bits, yeah.
Gundam fan clarifies he's making the perfect grade unicorn. Yeah, but that's even worse than the master grade for 2 years.
Yeah.
Reese says Audi was selling starter kits before Christmas.
They had some starter kit Star Warsy type stuff as well at some point last year or two.
I've seen that magazine as well, James. He says he's seen a magazine. I've seen it in WH Smith where you can get a 1/72 tank kit every fortnight for a month. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think
every fortnight for a month.
So it's two of them then.
Yeah.
Two of them then.
Get that right there, Ted.
Is it monthly or is it fortnightly? Every fortnight. I didn't read it. Every fortnight or month. Yeah, every fortnight or month. I didn't see it. Yeah, I wasn't reading it. I haven't got the right glasses on. Yeah, I've seen those kits. Yeah, I think there's Zadster. I think there's Zadster kits. Well, it's a kit. It's more or less a magazine with a free kit. But you can have a look on the eModels website. If you want pocket money kits for the kids, you can get them some down as low as about £5.
Yeah, get on the office page. There's loads of good stuff on there. Now, Dave asked me a question about Gunpla, and I have to answer it because it's a question in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go on.
He says, Fox, any tips on starting this GAT X303 Aegis Gundam? Yeah, just start it.
I would say, instruction picture 1.
I would say the easiest way to do a big master grade is, unlike other kits, get everything off the sprues that you need before you start. And what you want is little sorting trays, little plastic sorting trays, ideally with a lid. So you've got all the little sections, and you do all the parts for the head in one section, all the parts for the left arm in another section, all the parts for the right arm, the left leg, the right leg, torso, because they always kind of the same thing. You get one for the backpack, one for the weapons, and as you go along, things like, and you one for the feet, and get all the parts. Just get all the parts off the sprues, because the initial denubbing and despraying bit is the tedious bit. Just get it all out of the way. Get all the parts off the sprues and sorted into little sections in your little tidy box. Then go through and denub and sand them. and then you can start planning the build, because then you've got plenty of time then to plan how you're going to build it and paint it, and how you're going to do sub-assemblies and stuff. And it really is just a case of build them in sub-assemblies and prime as much as you can sub-assembled, if you know what I mean. But if you're doing the inner frame and stuff, you want to prime it inside and out on it, all the parts, just so nothing seeps in and causes any damage. But yeah, get everything off the sprues, get it into boxes, then go back and start denubbing and sanding, because it just gets all that out the way first. It can be a chore, but it's better than doing it on arm and then you're getting it all ready, and then you've got to go and do the leg, and then you do off the sprue. Just do it all in that order.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to break your model down, whatever model you're building, be it a tank, an aircraft, or a Gundam, to break it down into sections and start building it. Sometimes you as you get more experienced at it, you can find that you can sort of get away from the instructions a little bit and build a whole section, even though it doesn't say so. You can build that section and then go back to, you can go out to sort of like picture 5 and then go back to picture 3, and then you can put it all together so you can sort of get ready to paint everything.
I mean, it is the inherent advantage of push fit kits, though, that you can get everything off the sprues all in one go. Because like a normal glue kit, you can't, because you've got to glue, and you can't really do that because there's a million parts. But at least with push fit kits, they're designed so that you can do them into all the little sections and get them all off the sprue straight away if you want to. It just gets all that gumph out of the way, because that's the tedious bit. Yeah,
but is it only tedious because you're doing it all at once?
No, it's tedious.
If you do the arms and then you've done that all on the arms, you've done the arms, and then you've set and reset for a bit more denubbing again for the legs.
I've tried both, and I've found that you go, brilliant, I've made this arm, it's fantastic. Oh, I've got to do more sanding.
Yeah.
Whereas if although you do it all in one go at the start, and it is really tedious, once it's done, there's nothing but fun times after that.
I suppose it's like doing tank tracks. You just got to get your head down, get into it, and get it done. You know, it's got to be done. So just get your head down and get into it.
Yeah.
Where else are we?
Rusting Custom Models says, have you heard that Airfix are reissuing the 60s and 70s kits with the original box art, calling them vintage classics? I think we saw some of them in the E-Model store a few weeks back.
Yeah, well, E-Models have got a few in, and I did see probably the same post that maybe Rustin's seen on Facebook, something like that. Yeah, I'm just going to take the one off the shelf up there.
Has to be said, though, because I mean, Tony Blackwell says LOL sounds more like clearing old stock. A lot of the Airfix stuff is they're very old molds. So it's like, what have they drug out that they weren't already selling anyway? Because they're kind of very slowly getting rid of their old back catalogue and bringing in their new toolings, but it's taken forever because there's so many kits in their line, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it'd be good I built that Panzer IV, the little 1/72 scale one. It was really tiny, and it was really a bit of a bind to build because nothing really fit. So that's probably the vintage classic. I think they're just rebranding it as vintage classic, just pushing it again. It could be one way of just bringing them kits to the fore. Have they got a big warehouse full, or are they rebuilding them? Don't know.
Did they find an old tooling that they suddenly realised could still be? Wow, I've just found this from like 30, and it's still usable. Brilliant. We'll get 100 kits out of that.
Yeah.
Spiddy Crate says he loves straying from the instructions, Ted, then realising a page and a half later that he can't fit something in.
Well, we've all been there. Yeah, but it's usually the bit, hopefully, it's usually the bit that's, well, it's inside. Nobody will see it anyway.
Yeah. There, wheels. Who needs wheels on a car? Weather them out. There you go.
Missing a wheel, who cares? Yeah. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I've been there. I've done that. You think, I've got this bit here. I have actually got this bit here. It goes in the submarine. It won't.
It's not going in the submarine, is it?
It won't go in the submarine now.
Oh, no. Ryan Riley makes a good point that I forgot to mention about Dave and his making his X303. I've got that wrong, but I'm still thinking Stargate Atlantis and the 308s. He says he agrees with me, especially if you're new to Gunpla. Some people recommend to snap fit the kit first and then break it back down again before painting. So that's the other reason you might want to denub and de-sprue it at first, is because you can get all the bits off, you can loosely assemble everything and have a look at the kit and think, right, how am I going to paint this? I need to take this bit off to paint that. And you can start planning how you're going to paint the different parts of it. Because it might be that you want the inner frame to be shiny and the armor to be not shiny. So you've got to plan how you're gonna sub-assemble it to do that. So sometimes putting it all together is actually quite a good way. But if you are loosely assembling it, here's a handy tip for snap fit kits, any kind of push fit kits, where you've got a peg and the tube that the peg goes into. What you want to do is you want to snip the end off the peg about 45 degrees. So it's more like a nib shape. And that just means that when you put the peg into the hole, it'll be less of a tight grip and you can get the parts apart again easier.
Ooh.
Would you then have to glue it together finally, or is it still enough to hold it together?
No, it'll be fine. If it is a bit loose, you can always glue them on, but you don't need to, because especially if it's Bandai stuff, it's so well engineered. Don't forget, of course, Gunpla are available from emodels.co.uk. There is a Gunpla section on the main menu. Go buy some now. Go buy them now.
Tony Blackwell has a question. He says, "What type of kits do you steer clear of?"
Shiny ones.
Yeah, do you mean kits as in sort of a genre type kit, or?
He hasn't said. So anything, if there's a brand you steer clear of, or a scale, or a type of genre.
I think I'll reiterate what Fox just said there. I really stay away from the shiny car kits and motor racing kits. It's just not my thing, really.
Yeah.
Perhaps I haven't developed the skill like some of the guys in here have of making them really shiny, like the showroom shine. But that's not really my bag. So, although I did see, don't forget a picture of it on here the other day. I did see a very nice McLaren parked in the car park outside where we park our boat. That was so I thought, it could be nice as a model, that. But I don't know.
Got to tell you though, Ted. Got to tell you though, in real life, McLarens aren't all that. You actually see a McLaren in real life, and you go inside them.
Guys, apparently it was a custom colour, so it wasn't going to be cheap.
Oh no, they're not cheap.
Yeah, it's not cheap. And you couldn't get one person in them. So what fun could you have?
Yeah, Speedy Crate says jets because pointy grey boring rockets yawn.
Tony Blackwell says he steers clear of sailing ships, for example.
Yeah, any aircraft with more than one set of wings, says Dave Barker.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. I have done them. I've gone away from building tall ships with sails and rigging and things.
No, it does really short ships.
No, just really small.
Just short, fat ships.
Yeah.
Where I like doing the 144 stuff, there's not such a great selection of it, so I can't really afford to not want to do something. So I'll never go at anything. I'll never go at anything in my scale. I'll try anything once.
Yeah, Michael Chapman says he does enjoy sailing warships. The rigging is a real challenge. Yeah, it is a challenge. I think you spend more time doing the rigging if it's properly doing it properly than you do actually building the ship.
Yeah, the Triple says tanks with link-to-link tracks.
No, I tend to disagree with that. I do like doing them. Yeah, as we said before, just get hit down, get in, put something on the radio or on the TV, and just get on with them. Yeah, but
a lot of people are saying they don't like Revel kits, but as Tony says, Revel do some really good car kits and some horrible ones too. But a lot of manufacturers do nice kits and some nasty kits. So
yeah, well, that Revel Typhoon that I showed you last week, it was on the live show last week. I've got it now. That was a nice kit. Yeah, a couple of little things wrong with it, but it was really a nice kit. It built into a nice kit in the end. So yeah, they do some good stuff. Not everything, but some of it.
Reese says he enjoys doing rigging. It's quite relaxing.
Ooh.
I didn't find it relaxing the first time I did it with EasyLine on my U-boat, and it didn't go quite according to plan.
Yeah, I've got to get that far yet. Got to get to the rigging on the U-boat, but it's going to be a little tough yet.
The first time I tried rigging was on a 144 biplane, and I didn't have EasyLine. I just used some thread, and it was tricky to do and didn't look great in the end. But I learned from doing it, and I've got EasyLine now for next time.
Yeah, EasyLine doesn't go like that, like string does.
Yeah, it doesn't look furry.
It doesn't go poi fuzz.
Yeah, if you're doing rigging with string or cotton, beeswax is your friend. Although it tends to gather dust, but that's what we used to call them, actually, dust catchers, because that's all they were. You built them, put them on the windowsill, and then they just attracted dust.
Oh yeah,
you got a furry ship.
Just get some EasyLine. It's much easier.
Right, what time are we up to? We're up to about
Coming up 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock already. We could go and have a look at what's in store. Should we do that?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? We're getting on. Yeah, we're getting on. Time's cracking on. Right, this week. Right, first of all, I've got to do the lock it on me. Do the screen sharing bit.
Yeah, lock it on you, Tedward.
Yeah, I'll just check that we've got the right screen in the background. Yep, we've got the right picture. All right, what we're going to do this week. When I find the right
theme for the week, Ted.
Yeah, theme of the week. Theme of the week this week. I always try to come up with something different. I couldn't think of anything different this week, so I wasn't going to do it. Yeah, I thought we'd do this week vertical takeoff and landing. So yeah, helicopters.
Oh, it started halfway through. Oh, I killed the joke.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, and as we go into the vertical takeoff and landing section of what's in store, we could listen to the national anthem.
I killed the whole joke with the "Oh Canada," and I feel sad now.
All right, I'll share it anyway. Let's go and have a look at what's in store. Yeah, we're going to start with helicopters. Yeah, this is the start of a helicopter, isn't it?
Helicopters.
Yeah, helicopters. Leonardo da Vinci. Somewhat different. Never built one of these before. I don't know if anybody else has done it out there. How do we say this? Italeri? Italeri? Is that right?
Italeri.
Italeri.
Hey, it's Italeri. You have to do that with your hand. Hey, it's Italeri.
Yeah, the Leonardo DiCaprio. No, that's not the wrong one. Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo the Turtle, yes.
Leonardo. And a pizza. Yeah, send the pizza around. Yeah, this is.
Now we just insulted every Italian in the audience.
Yeah, I've just kept quiet through that because
I tried to and I totally didn't.
Yeah, all the Italians are talking to Chris and not us.
Yeah.
This is a machine considered the ancestor of the modern helicopter. It appears in drawings dated about 1480. Yeah, so we'll see what pictures it does have.
Michael Jackman says it doesn't work. Neither did most early British helicopters, but
yeah,
that's what they've got in common.
Evil Monkey says, "Isn't that the thing in Hudson Hawk?" Yeah, I think it was, and it worked in that.
Yeah.
Wait, someone's actually watched Hudson Hawk?
Yeah, it was good.
Now, I'm not sure. Has anybody built one of these? Is it a working model?
I don't think it will actually fly, Ted.
I don't know if it actually flies, but does the...
It certainly looks mechanical, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like there's enough bits there to make part.
I can't imagine it wouldn't have turny bits, as it's just based on a wooden thing that had turny bits. I would imagine it does.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, it looks like it could work actually. I don't, yeah, as we say, it may not look actually fly, but you could give the option of having, you could tweak it a little bit, and if it does fly.
Well, as the real one didn't actually fly, then it's actually a working model.
Yeah, it's fully accurate to the original.
I can't quite make out what it says in the bottom corner of the box there. I think it says no glue, no paint. Probably something you'd probably do in an afternoon, actually. But it's the Helicoptero.
Helicoptero, eh?
Helicoptero.
I can hear sounds of dishwashing from downstairs because Mum always says that when it's the what's in store bit, she goes and does the washing up. And then comes back for when it's finished.
So did Leonardo come up with the word helicopter then? Helicoptero?
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know.
Perhaps.
Let's find out.
Perhaps some of the more educated amongst us may know where the word helicopter comes from. Well, anyway, moving on from Leonardo's helicopter
thing.
Yeah, we'll go for another vertical takeoff and landing beast. That's this one. This is, I think it's new out from Hobby Boss. This is the 1/18th AV8B Harrier 2.
1/18th? I didn't realise it was 1/18th. Excuse me, 1/18th scale.
Yeah, it's
that'd be a big chicken then, wouldn't it?
Great scale, but a big bird. Yeah, it's going to be a big bird. I always thought the Harrier, in all of its forms, was a fantastic looking aircraft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looked good. It were the Cold War type. I also understood it could only hover. It couldn't hover indefinitely because it used to use inboard water. onboard water for cooling the engines. Once that was all gone, it couldn't hover anymore. Is that right? I'm sure.
So it's like a pinnacle of British engineering, but there's always a major flaw to the British engineering.
Yeah. And yeah, we've got to remember the Harrier took part in the Falklands. Remember I counted them all out and I counted them all back again. But I can't tell you how many went. Yeah, it's a cracking one. This looks, is this the American version? It looks like the American version. I'm not too sure.
1/18th is huge.
Yeah, it's going to be a big bird, that.
It's a very unusual scale for an aircraft.
Yeah, so that's that one. I think it's new in store. It was certainly popped up on the emails this week from Pete about what's arrived in store this week. So if you fancy that one, it might not be around long. £98.99.
Yeah, now we've just shown it on what's in store. It might be out of stock. So if you do fancy one of them, because that is a massive kit.
Yeah,
get it in your basket now.
Yeah,
you've got a big basket.
Yeah. I know that when we did the Thunderbirds theme last week, there was a couple of posts went on the day after about people that had bought Thunderbirds kits after watching what's in store. So if you want something like this, slap it in your basket. But remember, it's not yours till you check it out.
Yeah, so don't leave it to the end of the show to check out because it might not be there.
Yeah, so here we go. The next one. This was a new tool. It was released at Telford. Was it last year? I think it was released at Telford last year. The new tool Airfix, the 172nd Sea King. Nice aircraft, nice workhorse of the Royal Navy and the Army. I think it's gradually being phased out in being replaced by the Merlin. But you see them all in all guises. And I think that one pictured there is a fantastic colour scheme. I think that one is done with decals.
Is that so it can blend into the trees?
Yeah, that's the snow version. That one.
So it can blend into the zebras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hide in a herd of zebras and nobody will ever know it's there.
Yeah, let's have a look, see if there's any more pictures of this. Yeah, that's it. Cracking. Little bags of detail in this, 1/72 scale. And yeah, as we were talking about Airfix's back catalogue before, they've really sort of pulled one out when they've done this. And yeah, the new tooling stuff is really good. Next one. But yeah, I'm like Fox. I'm always in awe of people that do helicopters because they frighten me a little bit.
Oh, they terrify the living things out of me, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I'm always frightened of breaking the rotors off.
I'm always frightened by all the canopy and things and all the delicate parts. I'll probably have to do one day, but I might do it as a crashed wreck so I can weather it.
Yeah. Oh, these got a bit grubby. They certainly a workhorse, a power monster of the Navy and Armed Forces.
Speed says the enemy will be desperately seeking it among the herd of zebra.
I think he wins an internet for that.
Just reading a little bit of the notes in there, if you can't quite read it yourself. It first flew on the 15th of September 1979. Was used extensively for British operations in Gulf Wars, the Falklands and Afghanistan. 8
years younger than me.
Yeah, so there we go. That's the Airfix 1/72 Western Sea King.
Reserve RJC model says the Tiger Stripe is an anniversary livery.
Right, now we don't see. You just need to ask the guys in here. I don't know. Another something strange. This is the Mini Art 135th Flettner. Is it FI or F1? 28V. This is obviously the German. 1942. The German in 1942, the German Navy began testing this, and it was found to have good handling in good and bad weather, stable flight characteristics in all conditions.
It kind of looks like an egg helicopter.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
It looks like a drone.
Yeah, I think these things were flown off submarines, if I'm right in thinking. Yeah, who would have the?
It's like a little micro light, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit like that thing out of James Bond, isn't it?
I was going to say it's very Bond-esque,
yeah, gyrocopter. Must have been a brave guy to go up in from the submarine or the sea in one of these things.
Well, you've got to realise that you've got to look at the blades and think, how those blades are barely above the head of the pilot. I wouldn't like to suddenly be like or be jolted up in my seat and suddenly find I had no skull cap.
Yeah. You know, just as you're coming into land, you stretch up a little bit just to see over to where you're going. Yeah, that's the MD, isn't it?
Michael Jackman says it's a U-boat recon bird.
Yep, I thought it was. Yep. So that's this one. Let's see if there's any more pictures of it. It looks quite detailed as well. Yeah, some panels that come off. You can see inside.
Oh, it's got the folding rotors as well, so you can.
Yeah. I'm sure I think it was kept in a little hangar just on top of the deck. Obviously needed to be a bit watertight. So
Gary Pashley says you're right, Ted. Towed behind U-boats for an over-the-horizon recon.
Yeah, that's it. The
days popular with tall pilots.
That's
pretty great.
I'm looking at it. I'm just wondering how those rotor blades actually went round.
Very well, thank you.
I just wondered how they.
I'm looking at that and thinking you could go all kind of Mad Max with that and have some fun with that. Make it all post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
it looks like it's been built in a back garden, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's some kind of Fallout style going on there.
Yeah, built by the A-Team in a barn. So that's that one. Yeah, I can't work out how them rotor blades work, but never mind. There we go. So that is the mini art. Yeah, lots of pictures of it.
There's a lot of interesting things coming out from mini art lately. Very sort of unknown vehicles and niche things that they're doing.
Yeah.
It's nice that people are doing these like unknown things.
I remember somebody asking right at the start of the chat for that aircraft that he was looking for. There'll be somebody out there doing one because there's really some obscure subjects out and about now. This isn't something you usually find alongside your Airfix Spitfires, is it? So,
all right. Phil Lewis says that they're actually interlaced contra-rotating blades.
Yes. Gary Pashley says rotors provided the lift but no forward propulsion, hence it needed to be towed. So I guess they weren't cambered, they were just straight up.
Right.
You couldn't tilt them.
Yeah, I get it now. When they went to land, they just probably towed them back in. Yeah.
I guess they just pulled the string in so it got close to the deck.
Yeah, like a giant powered kite.
Yeah.
It's probably it. Yeah, well, that's how the gyrocopter works, isn't it? It's just the rotor, the big rotor just provides the lift.
How does a helicopter work? Very well, thank you.
Yeah.
It looks like two giant canisters that are sort of behind the pilot. So it doesn't look very safe.
Everybody says that flying helicopters is really hard, but now I've been playing Elite Dangerous with a throttle and stick. I reckon I could fly a helicopter. I can fly my spaceship with my TOTAS stick, and it's like, yeah, it's dead easy.
They don't equate a helicopter. Flying a helicopter is like rubbing your head and your stomach at the same time.
Yeah, you've got the feet.
That's all easy.
Well, the thing is, they should take a note out of the games players. Instead of having pedals for the yaw or pitch or whatever it is, just have the thing do that. It's much easier.
So that's it. Quite a nice little price. That's 1/35th scale as well, 34.19. A couple of quid off that.
Michael Jackman does make a good point. He says if the U-boat had to make an emergency dive, the poor guy was cut loose.
So like, survives for a little while, but can't actually go anywhere because he only goes up and down.
Yeah.
So he has to stay up until some land or another boat comes along underneath, and then he can land on it.
And then the other boat coming along will be the one the U-boat was escaping from. So it's never a good end either way, is it?
So if you're the guy in the helicopter being towed behind the submarine and you suddenly see a battleship over the coming,
you don't tell them.
Do you not tell anybody?
No, you say, "Can you pull me in now?" And I'll tell you my message when I get in.
Phil Lewis is suggesting that this isn't the one that was actually towed because that was smaller and underpowered.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that one anyway.
Yes.
A small bit of fun.
Mileage out of that one.
Yeah. Bring me down. I have a message for you.
I think we've just beaten QVC's record of talking about one product for more than 5 minutes.
The next one, the Airfix Augusta Westland Merlin. This was the replacement for the Sea King that we just looked at. Often see these flying across down Lake Windermere. They are a beast. Huge aircraft. Gorgeous looking though. We usually see them in RAF Grey. This one's in Operation Herrick colours, sort of brown, Middle East, sort of Afghanistan colours. Not a nice kit. Once again from Airfix. When I get away from this
Menu discipline, Ted.
Menu discipline.
Stay away from the menu.
A little bit. Yeah. Menu. Yeah.
What scale's this one?
This one is 148, so another big beast as well.
That'd be massive.
Yeah.
Spidic says, I know what my next YouTube documentary search is for now. FLETTN. He's going to search for the last helicopter and find out more about it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there's an interior with this one.
There'll be at least a cockpit, I suspect.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Does it have the slidey doors, though? If it's 148 scale, they're going to put something indoors, aren't they?
Yeah, there's going to be something inside it. And it looks like there's, on the left-hand side here of the box, looks like there's a couple of versions, although the colours may look...
At that price, I would guess there's going to be something inside. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, there'll be more.
And again, it is going to be rather large, so maybe not.
There's not going to be just an empty shell in this one. This is going to be quite a good kit. And I think it's fairly new from Airfix as well, so the moulding quality and that should be up to scratch. Right, I think that's it. Oh yeah, one more, which we couldn't go away with really, because I put VTOL in the search engine for e-models up here in the search, and it came up with this.
Well, I have to say, Ted says Batwing, and I said, yeah, put that in. And then Chris said, oh, it's the Superman versus Batman one. I was like, yeah, take that out. Because Michael Keaton is my Batman. Sorry.
Yeah. This is a 125th scale Batman. Batman 5, Superman, Dawn of Justice, Batwing. I have absolutely no idea what it's about.
You don't need to. It was a terrible film. You don't ever want to watch it. Go and watch Battlefield Earth instead. It's much better.
Yeah, no.
So does this qualify for tonight's What's in Store? Is it vertical takeoff and landing?
We've done it now. We can't take it out.
Oh well. Yeah.
So, Ryan Riley says we missed one. Gundam have vertical takeoff. Just saying.
Oh, I never thought of that. Ted, get to the Gundam page and show all of them.
Yeah, well, I can show you how easy it is to search Gundam. Let's put Gundam in here.
It's actually in the menu. If you go over the main menu as well. Yeah, if you go to, I can't see the menu from here, but
menu, plastic model kits.
Plastic model kits. Gunpla and Gundam. Should say there somewhere.
Gunpla models. There we go. Yeah.
And then there's a whole section, see?
Oh, Spidic says, I thought you said Michael Caine for a second, Fox. Says, my name's Batman. Not a lot of people know that.
My name is Batman. Not a lot of people know that. All right.
Yeah, so as you can now see,
VTOL, there you go.
Yeah, Gunpla is now for sale, and e-models.
Yes.
Great prices, and they've pulled a lot of strings to get these models.
They do actually have the mega size Zaku, if I remember correctly.
There's a good selection of prices there as well, aren't there?
If you want a big, massive Gundam kit that you can weather the heck out of, get yourself a mega size Zaku. It's like 1,000 feet tall and got 5 parts, and it's brilliant for weathering up because they're meant to be weathered.
Is that one? Is that the green one?
Yeah, but it's the mega size one. That's the real grade I think you're looking at there.
That one?
That one there in the middle, I think.
Bandai 148 mega.
Yeah, I think it's like 1,000 feet tall.
Ooh, yeah.
Solvent of UK says, do we stock Machine and Krieger? They don't currently at the moment. I shall see if I can correct that.
Lawrence says that was the worst Cockney ever. I think it's.
I know it was the worst Cockney ever. I never said it was Cockney, did I?
I can't be talking about mine because mine was it's all right.
It's not really Cockney. It's more. It's kind of based on my nephews, but they don't talk that deep. They come from Chelmsford, and they're like, "All right, Dad, can I have a knife, please, Dad, for my tea?"
Right. Yep. So a bit of extra for you tonight of What's in Store. Gunpla. Made in Japan.
The Triple says, is that the one that Fox never finished? No, I never finished the perfect grade Zaku, which I've still got up there. I need to finish it. Just needs weathering.
Yeah. So if you do get a perfect grade Zaku and you do finish it, we'd love to see it.
Yes.
Yes. Put it in the gallery, in the e-models gallery, and you could be in with winning a prize as well.
Or if you get the mega size Zaku, that's in store now.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Where's that one at? Tell me where that one.
That's the one you're looking at, the mega size one, the 148. No, the one you were looking at a minute ago.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry.
That was the mega size Zaku.
See, you need to take me aside one evening and just teach me Gundam.
It would take more than an evening.
Yes.
Right.
Well, you made a Gunpla and you were like, oh, I'm not doing that again. No, because it's not a ship.
It's around here somewhere. Oh yeah,
He's up in front of you. I think last time I saw him, he was up on the shelf in front of you. Unless
we can't see it because you're sharing the screen, Ted.
Right, right. So we'll stop sharing. Come back.
Hey, look, Ted with the Gundam. Ted made a Gunpla.
Yeah, look, it's a big one. It's a big one.
But the funniest thing is, Ted can't possibly even begin to tell you what it is. He can't tell you. He won't know what it is.
No,
I've got one
He
of them
doesn't know it's
somewhere.
an X here. So
yeah.
I've got a red one.
I enjoy building it. I built it in an afternoon. Built it with Skylar. It was great fun. That's fun.
This one's called an ashtray. It's something about ashtray. Yeah.
I did notice there was one called an ashtray. I just wondered what
Yeah.
that was all about. Right,
They are good fun for kids, though. The little HG kits. You know, there are good little weekend builds for kids. Which we should move on from Gunpla before people shout at me.
Okay.
Apparently, Speedy Crate says, "Oh heck no! They had to assemble the darn thing on the deck of the U-boat." About the Fletner.
I think he's gone opened another browser window and is looking at YouTube.
Yes, he's gone into a deep dark hole. Good.
Right, where we are. Oh yeah, still locked on me. That's
It's a motorless gyrocopter, apparently.
right, there we go. Some questions coming in. Okay. Yeah, just questions coming in for the sticker prize and the mug giveaway prize.
Excellent. Nice work for us.
Yeah.
Lawrence Sculfer says, "I live 5 minutes from Chelmsford. We don't all talk like that." I know.
I don't think anybody talks like that.
They all talk like that. They do. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, right. Sounds kind of creepy. I won't do that again.
Spider Q said he's watching us on his tablet and tubing on his phone for research purposes. Is he maybe preempting the?
He's researching porpoises. He said.
Right. Porpoises.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Where's the Yak 38? Was that another vertical takeoff?
That was a helicopter. It's a Russian helicopter, the Yak.
I did have a Russian helicopter.
Even I knew that, Ted, I think.
Right.
I
I did have a Russian helicopter ready for what's in store, but I couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah, that didn't last long in the list.
It didn't last. I couldn't. I could neither pronounce the name of the helicopter nor the manufacturer. So.
Hey, Ted, looks like you're going to be getting some work in. Michael Jackman says that apparently we're going to build another astute sub. I wonder if this one will work. Well, Ted's not going to be working on it this time, so
we'll try not to build this. We'll try not to build this one upside down, and we'll try not to crash it into the first sandbank it comes across. But yeah, that's another story.
Ted won't be working on the electric, so it probably will work.
I'm not working. I'm not working in there anymore, so somebody else can wire the compass up. It wasn't me.
Phil Lewis says the Yak was the Soviet attempt at the Harrier. Because we named our warplane after a fast bird of prey. They named theirs after a domesticated cow. I can imagine how well it worked as a VTOL craft. This is Yak. That's a cow. Pretty much.
But they tried. Yeah, they
tried. Gary Pashley says it was the Russian Harrier, but they crashed better.
Yeah. The most dramatic when they crash.
Somebody also mentioned the Osprey, the one with the wings. That's like
I looked for some of them. I did look for some of them on the eModels website. They do have a couple, but I think one's a resin kit. And there was another one as well, which I don't think was let's have a look. Hang on, I'll just look at Osprey again.
I'm sure I remember speaking to someone once who used to be in the Air Force, and he said the one thing that all him and his pilot friends always never wanted to do was fly one of those. They just did not like them or trust them at all. They're like,
Lester says it's because nobody could say Yakolev.
Yes, I know they weren't actually named after big domesticated cattle, but it's just funny to say that. It's comedy.
Yeah, there's two Ospreys in the model store. There's a 11700 one, which looks to me as though it could be a resin model, and there's a 1300 Bell Boeing MV-22 Osprey.
Yeah, it sounds like they're designed to go on boat kits, aren't they? On ship kits.
6 in a box for that one.
Yep. Phil Lewis says it was actually the manufacturer Yakolev, but I like Fox's idea better.
It seems we found out that Joanna and Lawrence live next to each other, basically. So
cool.
Yeah. Out for a pint tonight then to talk about what happened in the E-Models live stream.
What was that noise then?
Sorry, I kicked the bin.
I just heard something go bing. I was like, I'm not making sound effects. What?
Ted's kicked the bucket. No, right.
And the winner is
cheap drum roll.
Michael Jackman said he sees ospreys flying over from Middleton Hall, where they're based. Yeah, they often fly north and come up through the lakes as well. Sometimes if they're flying at night, we understand that they're flying special ops missions. So
We're talking about the actual thing, not the actual bird.
Not the actual bird. Okay. No, they're just up the road as well. There's some real osprey birds.
They haven't trained them to do special flight missions.
Yeah, trained to kill at night.
Do you know what? I think there's been some confusion with who's where because Joanna Hammond says, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? I'm going the wrong way now.
Right. Cool. Right. Yeah, we haven't had many questions. We haven't had any modelling questions in this evening, which is...
You know what? Doesn't matter because we talk about anything.
Yeah, we talk about anything, yeah.
We like to talk about model making stuff, but sometimes we talk about random nonsense.
Yeah, have we touched on 80s TV yet or anything like that? Nostalgia, toys?
We've not had a 3-hour discussion of noodles.
No. Gary does say Ted's got a spittoon.
Yeah.
Right, I've got the Canadian national anthem. You've got the spittoon gag. We just need to get Chris an ongoing gag for every week now.
I'll have to. Yeah, I must take the bin with me to the new house. And
hang on, long distance. Yeah, it takes a while.
Took time to get here.
Yeah. Got to go across the date line.
Yeah, it reminds me of Laurel Hardy, that now. Yeah, a bit Laurel Hardy slapstick, that, isn't it?
Ryan Riley says, I had Heinz beans and toast last night, guys. Very good. Not as good as the pot noodle, though. What's next? Yes, I'm in the US and I've never been to the UK.
I did do pot noodles in the US.
You can get them in expat stores. They're about $7 a pop. They're ridiculous, but...
the Heinz beans must be hard to get hold of as well because they're not.
The Heinz is American. What?
Oh no,
Heinz is like one of the biggest American companies in the universe.
It's just flashed up on my. I probably just found out why my computer is buffering because I've just had a note to tell me important updates are pending.
Oh, don't restart. Don't press any buttons.
Restart now. Remind me.
Restarting automatically in 5 seconds.
Yeah. Remind me later. Whew, that was close.
So go on then. What should we recommend to Ryan for British foodstuffs? He's had Heinz beans. He's had beans on toast.
Yeah.
He's had pot noodle. What's a proper British?
Is it Marmite and Nutella?
Yeah, no, don't try that.
No, we don't do Marmite.
For those that don't know, on one of my own live streams, I suggested to Paul that he try a Marmite and Nutella butty because it's fantastic. And like a spoon, he believed me and went off and made one and came back and said, that's the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, we should give him something because I recently discovered peanut butter and jam sandwiches or peanut butter and jelly, and I love them. And I hate peanut butter, but I love PBJs. So we should give Ryan something typically English.
Phil East says bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash?
Yeah, depends how lumpy the mash is, though.
Yeah, it's just mashed potato and sausages, so it's not really.
But it's the combination, isn't it? Yeah. Zadster says Jaffa cakes.
Jaffa cakes, yeah, Jaffa cakes.
Yeah, going back to bangers and mash. Bangers and mash are all right if you've got Heinz beans with them because you can put all the sauce in the potato.
That's true. Or bangers, mash, and gravy.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah.
Make a little volcano with the gravy in the middle.
You've done it now. I'm not going to be able to keep up with all the comments in chat now because just
eggy beans.
See what you can catch out. Phil Lewis says Cornish pasty.
Oh yeah, Cornish pasty.
Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, Monkey 555555550 It says Monster Munch crisps.
Oh no, I'm not into them. I thought,
Ted doesn't speak for all of us.
The pickled onion ones, no,
they're not nice.
Paul says he still hasn't forgiven you for that.
Yes, Yorkshire puddings. There you go.
Black pudding.
Proper Yorkshire pudding.
I love black pudding.
You can keep your black puddings.
Black pudding is delicious.
Oh yes, black pud.
Peter Rogers says before pot noodles was there pot rice. No, pot rice actually came afterwards, and they were nowhere near as good as pot noodles.
Daddy's brown sauce.
Oh yeah, Daddy's brown sauce.
Yeah, well that could come with your black pudding on your breakfast because you've got to, if if you were moving away as a Brit, you're moving away to live in another country, you'd have to have a good old British fry up in the morning, wouldn't you?
In fact, that's what he should try. He should have a proper English breakfast, full English breakfast, which is sausage, egg, beans, a little bit of French toast because English breakfast, black pudding.
Yeah.
Have to have black pudding.
Bacon.
Yeah, bacon.
Fried tomato. A couple of bits of fried tomato, halves.
Yeah, none of this hash brown stuff.
No, that's just nonsense. That's continental nonsense. Even though we have French toast with our, or a little bit of toast. You can do French toast with the fry up if you want, or just toast. Try fried bread. Yeah, fried bread. Let's call it fried bread. So bacon, egg, sausage, mushroom. I forgot mushroom. 2 tomato halves fried. Beans. Gotta have beans. Triangle of fried toast or 2, and something else. Bacon.
Yeah.
It's got to be on a plate this big. This big.
Do you not find that when you go away and have a hotel breakfast, your British fry up, it always tastes, it seems to taste better?
Because you haven't made it yourself. You haven't had to make any effort.
Yeah, that's probably it. And you're probably suffering from a hangover as well.
Yeah.
Especially.
I find that whenever food turns up on a plate in front of me that I haven't prepared myself, it always tastes better. Always tastes more expensive as well.
Tony Blackwell says he sent someone in the US spotted dick in a can.
Yeah, did they get stopped at customs?
Lawrence Sculper says he had haggis fritters in Scotland with chili iron brew jam. There's a lot of words in one sentence that all jam together and none of it makes any sense.
Joan says real cheese because American cheese is that plastic stuff.
Yeah, here you go. Actual proper chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah, every product you've got in America that's got chocolate in it,
it's not chocolate.
Throw it away because it's not normal chocolate.
Yeah. They've tried to sort of dump those Hershey bars on us here in the UK, haven't they?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What most Americans don't realize is that their chocolate is terrible, and even their chocolate that we've got, so like an American Mars bar, tastes different to a European Mars bar because we have proper milk chocolate and you guys have nonsense. Yeah. I rant about this all the time because it drives me nuts because everybody in this country is going mad for Oreos and it's like, why? They're horrible. They're telling like cardboard. Get some proper chocolate. Get some penguin biscuits. There you go.
Yeah.
Pack of penguins.
Or Twix bar.
Just get a load of European chocolate. Like, Cadbury's from Europe, not from the US.
Ryan says, what brand of chocolate?
Any Cadbury's.
Just chocolate from UK. It's chocolate.
Yeah. Any chocolate from the UK.
Yeah, any Cadbury's. Get your penguin biscuits, your chocolate hobnobs, McVitie's chocolate biscuits.
Galaxy chocolate's nice.
Galaxy, oh yeah, Galaxy. Yeah.
Well, how
stuff like Lindt and stuff. That's a bit poncy.
How the Americans ever conquered Europe? We're going around handing out Hershey bars to all the kids, and it didn't actually alienate the kids and turn them.
I know.
I just don't understand it.
Cumberland sausage says Cleveland77.
Oh, Cumberland sausage, yes. Yeah.
James Chapman says Jamie Dodgers, not Jamie Dodgers.
Jamie Dodgers.
Jamie Dodgers. Yeah, Clement says.
Phil Lewis says Hershey blocked the sale of Cadbury's chocolate in the US because they knew they wouldn't compete. Hershey actually makes Cadbury's chocolate in the US.
Cleveland77 says, ask Ted what is the best sausage.
Oh, right. There's a nice sausage. Everybody in Cumbria seems to do their own speciality sausage. And there's a nice sausage maker not too far away from here who does a gorgeous apple and cider sausage. Chunks of apple. The meat must be marinated in cider, and it's gorgeous. Just lightly, properly cooked, but not too heavily cooked in the oven, under the grill, for breakfast with some nice toast and an egg. Gorgeous. Yeah.
There is one way. The one way you can guarantee it'll be a nice sausage is to go to a butcher who actually makes the sausages.
Yeah.
And not just buy a pack of, because then you get proper meat. Oh, one other thing you could try that's kind of a British thing, but not very popular British thing, is egg chopped up in a cup. Which is hard-boiled egg. Yeah. Hard-boiled egg or 2. Yeah. A little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of mayonnaise or salad cream, a touch of it, and then you just get a knife and you go with that in the cup, and you just get little tiny cubes of hard-boiled egg. It's great. My dad used to make it. It was brilliant. Toasty soldiers.
Oh, I used to like it with quite a lot of salad cream. Salad cream, yeah, a lot better than mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yep, chop take. Yeah. Clayman77 said Higgs of Whitehaven. Long time since I lived in Whitehaven, but I do remember the Higgs sausages. Yeah, they were nice up there.
Mm.
We're not too far again. We're not too far from Woodall's, which is purveyor of sausages and meat to the Queen. So
I think we've upset Dave. He says sausages. Don't ask me about sausages. The first 3 million sausages were bad. Dave's a butcher.
Yes. Zasta makes a good point. Salad cream is a UK thing. So salad cream.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Ted, we should do what giveaways and who's won what. Because
you said you've got questions.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a few
away and tell people who.
I do apologise if I don't use them all. I'll use a couple of questions tonight. Joanna sent quite a good one in. I'm just thinking. I'm just putting out how to word this really, Joanna. But we'll do this one because it's quite a complicated one. Okay. We'll do it for the mug. Should we start the mug first?
Okay. I'll do my spiel.
Yeah, the new special E-Models mug because it's got a logo on it. So if you've got a mug as before, Fox will tell you in a minute, you could start for issue number 2. New mug.
Yeah, new mug would be nice. E-Models.
Yeah. I think we need to ask Pete as well for character mugs. We could get our picture on.
Oh God, that'd be brilliant! My face in your brew every morning.
Yeah, we could do some character mugs. Have a little cartoon picture
on the inside.
Yeah, on the inside.
In fact, no, just on the bottom. So when they finish the cup of coffee, it's me, Ted, and Chris going.
There you go, frighten all your guests.
Yeah, that's one way to make sure that nobody ever finishes their tea.
Anyway, let's do a give. So yes, if you're watching this anywhere other than YouTube, these giveaways, if you've not seen this before, these are for people in chat. We do a couple of giveaways for people in chat, and then we do a giveaway for everybody for a proper kit, a big full kit. If you're not able to see the chat, if you're watching somewhere other than YouTube, just click on the little YouTube icon in the bottom right-hand corner of the player, whichever side that is, and that will take you to the YouTube page where you can see the live chat. Ted will ask a wonderful question, and then he'll say go, and when he says go, you need to type your answer in the chat. Now, bear in mind, we go off the first correct answer we see, and we see chat differently to you guys. We see it the actual order that YouTube receives it, so you wouldn't necessarily see the first person that got the answer right. So we go off the first answer we see correctly, but don't answer till Ted says go. If you've already got a sticker or a mug and you want another one, feel free. You're absolutely welcome. If you don't want another one, if you've got a sticker and a mug, you don't want another one, don't answer. Let somebody else have a go.
Yep.
But that's it. And yes, so make sure you access the chat. So we'll give you a minute. And before we do it, we'll give you a minute because what we started saying now is before we go, refresh this tab. Refresh your browser so you're up to date and drag the slider across to the right because sometimes when a stream goes on for about an hour or so, you can get a bit of lag. So before we go anywhere, everybody just refresh your page right now and we'll wait for you. And
when you say drag it to the right, drag it to the other right, not to the left.
I'm the wrong way around, but drag it to the right side of the screen. Do it now and we shall wait for you. We'll talk about you while you're doing it.
Yeah. I was going to ask your question, Joanna, but I think it's a little bit complicated.
Oh, Ted, just do it. Go on,
Ted. Do that on second. Warm up with an easy one, and then you'll be ready with Joanna's to go.
Why don't you just paste it in the little in the Hangout chat, and I'll read it out.
Yeah, hang on then.
Or paste it in our Facebook chat, and I'll read it out.
Hang on.
I think got lots of long words that make you
don't post it in the chat here.
It's not long words. I could put it in the chat here. Hang on, let me chat.
Not in the chat here.
No, not in the chat. That people.
I'll put it in the group.
Hangout chat, dear boy.
Right, hang on.
This is while you're all refreshing your page and dragging the slider to the right. So
if you dragged it to the left, then we're saying hello, it's welcome to the show. You've dragged the wrong way.
Yeah, right.
Drag it all the way to the other end. That way, and
an experiment was carried out to see if we could get rid of the lag.
Tony Blackwell says he always has hot chocolate in his E-Models mug. What have you got in your E-Models mug?
Water. Well, nothing at the minute because I emptied it.
I've got pegs and clips.
I have a routine now that every night about 9 o'clock or so, I may go make a last coffee of the day. So after this stream, the first thing I do is go downstairs and make a nice coffee. Only a little one. I have a big, massive coffee in the morning with my big, massive mug, and then have a normal sized cup in the evening. Right.
Right. We'll do this. Okay.
Yeah, that is quite a.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to...
Yeah, I don't know where...
Oh, you need to give me the answer as well, Ted.
Yeah.
Oh, Ted knows the answer. That's fine.
Can you paste the answer in as well?
Joanna says it's quite a simple question. I promise. I've seen the question. It's quite a simple question.
Yeah, but we have no idea what the answer is.
I'll try this, but
just paste the answer in. You're not typing the answer out manually, are you? Oh, it's from his phone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Why
He doesn't need to type the answer in because Ted can read the answer, can't he?
Ted, oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's a point, Ted.
What?
You know the answer.
He's got to read the answer. I think it's the answer that scares him.
Well, it's not the question. Shouldn't scratch.
He could have just forwarded me the email. I'm just thinking about it now. He could have just forwarded the email to me.
Or we could have done it next week.
Or Ted might just paste it in the wrong chat and I've got the answer.
Yeah, that's the answer. Oh dear.
Excuse the spelling, but I'm just trying to say.
Oh, okay. There we go. I can do that.
All right.
Do that one.
Yeah. Okay then. Right. Here's the question for the mug. Finally. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And it's a question from Gerwin Moores. And he said it's quite an apt question for what's in store. And the question is, what is the world's fastest helicopter? Go. What is the world's fastest helicopter?
Sergeant Bone says the answer is no. To me, it does not make the colour Marmite.
But it does.
Yeah.
That'll be a Citadel paint colour.
No, it's not the Lynx. It's not Airwolf. It could be Airwolf though.
No, is it real or fictional?
We can only, everybody's saying Lynx, but I can only go by the answer that Gerwin's.
You've got a couple of different answers there.
Yeah, it's not none of them. He just give he has sort of.
Nate Biss says the one strapped to the back of the world's fastest train.
Lawrence Schulter, the Eurocopter X Cubed, with an aerodynamic. Yeah, so that's it. Eurocopter X Cubed, with an aerodynamic fairing installed on the rotor head. The X Cubed demonstrated a speed of 255 knots in level flight and 263 knots in a shallow dive.
Is that imperial or metric knots?
Russian.
Is it a European or a African?
Oh, it'd be French knots, won't it?
That'd be like 13 cups to it.
French.
I'm more impressed that he's been able to put the cube symbol up there.
Yeah, and so fast as well. It took me ages to find the little cube symbol.
Yeah, it was in a shallow dive on the 7th of June, beating the Sikorsky X2's official record. So that's it. Yeah, who was the first one? Who would you say?
Lawrence Sculfer.
Lawrence Schulter.
So well done, Lawrence. Send Ted an email to ted@emodels.co.uk. With your name and address, and we'll let the guys know to send you the mug and Gefart. Was it a mug or a sticker?
A mug.
A mug.
It was.
Just Felice says, I still maintain that Airwolf would beat it.
Version 2 mug. Version 2.
And who asked the question?
Going.
Don't forget to send Ted an email with your name and address so he can send you a sticker for asking the question that we asked.
I think I do have his envelope with me at the moment, actually.
Is it sealed? Have you got to unseal it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Lovely.
Just stick another sticker to the back of it.
I'll stick a sticker in the sticker stock.
Yes. So do you want me to do the other question?
Yeah, go on then. You try that.
So now we've just done a not particularly hard question for the mug. Now we're going to do a stupidly crazy hard question for the sticker because of scale. Okay. So this one, unless you just happen to know it, you're going to have to Google it. And I don't know how we're going to get the answer because we don't have to get it word for word, but let's find out. Anyway, was this from Joanna?
Yes.
Ted?
Dr. Joanna. Yes, this is from Joanna.
This is from Joanna, who doesn't do chemistry or biology or physics, but asks a biology question, which has nothing to do with model making. Kind of model making, because it's how things are made. So, here we go. Joanna, don't forget to send Ted a thing for your sticker, your name and address. So, very simple. Name the steps. I hope this is easy for us to pick the answer out. Name the steps in creating a protein from DNA. Go.
Yeah. Hopefully Joanna can help with the answer in there.
Should we tell them how many steps we're expecting?
I'll give you a clue. There's 2 steps.
Yeah.
2 things you need to do. Name the steps in creating a protein from DNA.
Nate Bliss says magnets.
Unfortunately, I can't see the chat and the other chat at the same time because Uncle Gelb, Airwolf.
Yeah. 39. No.
Transcription translation, drink beer.
Yeah.
Not the name of the process. I don't know if that's the name of the process, but the actual
Cheese and onion.
take.
The first, then the second. Yeah.
Yep, that could be technically right, but it's not. Transcription initiation, no.
Spit in a cup, mix it with
Obtain material and analyze it, says Michael Jackerman. Messenger and translation. I kind of have to go off what Joanna's given as the answer.
Yeah. Gary Paisley said he didn't want a sticker anyway.
I have the feeling that some of the answers we've had might be the right names for the processes, but it's not what I've got in front of me.
Yeah, how long should we give it?
I think we should probably just maybe just kill it now with an axe and go do a different one, because it's not worked, has it?
Yeah.
We're getting some good answers though.
Shall I get the
go in, could it be?
That's probably about as far. That's probably actually right.
No, but Joanna says Ben won.
I missed that one.
Ben got it right. Hang on. Which Ben? Where's Ben?
Where's Ben?
Transcription translation.
Is that what was said first?
Joanna said that DNA is transcribed to RNA, and RNA is translated to a protein.
So is that Ben Williams then?
Yeah, that'd be Ben Williams.
Transcribed and translated. So
yeah.
Transcription, transcribed, and translated.
It's good that someone's paying attention to the chat to see it.
It's good that the chat is there to tell us when the chat's got the answer right for the chat's question.
It looks like Ben's won it.
Yeah, so Ben, well done.
Thanks to Joanna. Ben's won a sticker.
They don't know each other, do they?
Well, you never know. I don't know. Is the demand for stickers that much that people would start gaming the system?
I don't know.
Phil still thinks it's a sausage.
Yeah. Should we do an extra question for a sticker just to
go on then? Yeah.
For everybody else.
Did you have another one?
Yeah, Ben, don't forget to send Ted an email, ted@emodels.co.uk. I shall do my good old classic, which requires no thinking. People who watch my live streams will know this technique. I'm going to write a number on my hand.
No, I think Ted had another question, didn't he?
Oh, have you got another question?
I've got another question.
Ask the question then. Don't do my technique. My technique's rubbish.
Carry on writing if you like, but we're not.
Well, I've realised I have to write with my left hand, and it just looked like nonsense. So. He dropped a lung there, Ted.
For a bonus sticker question tonight is from Tony Blackwell. His question for chat. He says, what is the sticker question? He says, what is the registration number for the USS Voyager on the Star Trek series?
Oh, I know it. Oh, I think I know it.
Oh,
yeah, that's not the normal one, is it? So,
I think I know it, but I always get two of the numbers mixed up.
Voyager.
I'm sure Ted knows it without the answer.
One of the best Star Trek theme tunes.
Yeah.
It's not 42, no.
Who asked that question, Ted?
This is from Tony Blackwell.
Tony, don't forget to send Ted an email with your name and address.
Eva Monkey says NCC something. Yeah.
James Chapman has a number that looks like it might be
right to me.
Is the winner
74656. I remembered it.
74656 is the answer I have.
Chapman, well done. Send Ted an email. ted@emodels.co.uk with your name and address.
For a bonus.
Yeah. Spiddick says Vija. No, wrong. There's a film. No.
Yep. For those that don't know, what Ted tends to do is, because Ted lives like 100 miles from civilization and normal people, we don't let him out very often. He tends to lump up the sticker winners and then post them all at once. He's got a big pile there.
Yep.
So when you win a sticker, don't panic if it's a week or two before you get it. It usually isn't, but Ted tends to go once every now and then because he's like 1,000 miles from electricity and people. And
I go to work and the post office is in the opposite direction, and there's a post office between me and work.
There's like 6 different accents between him and the post office.
Yeah. So that's it. Yep. That's it. So I'll get them sent off. Well, there's a bunch here ready to set off. So hopefully, if I get out of bed in time tomorrow, I might be able to catch the post office just as it's opening, be banging on the door, looking through the glass.
Yep.
James Chapman says, Ted, do you still have my address from last time?
Assume not. To save him.
Due to the Data Protection Act, we're not allowed to maintain keep addresses.
What I tend to do is, so I don't send double envelopes out, is that I delete the address.
Yes.
So you send me it again, James. If I have still got it, it won't harm anyway. It doesn't cost
Graham Presswood says, Fox, did you have beans for tea or does your chair need oiling? Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's actually my chair squeaky. My chair's developed a bit of a squeaky. I don't know why. It's old.
Yep. So good. Right. What else have we got to do? Oh, we've got to do some giveaways, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, we need to give some things away.
Yeah, no, I have forgot. Did you forget?
I haven't forgotten. I was about to remind you because I knew you'd forget.
What were we going to remind him?
It's Tuesday.
The thing about the other thing.
Yeah, I remind him to do last week's giveaway.
Yeah, and this week's giveaway.
And this week's giveaway.
Yeah.
And next week's giveaway as well. Yeah.
Yes.
And you know what I've done? I've deleted the giveaway. Let's find it again. Hang on.
So the giveaway may not be what we were originally planning. It may be something else.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'll just fill for you, Ted.
Yeah.
Sprue Glow Addict says, "What is the Ribble Farm Fair?" I suspect it's a food manufacturer.
That's where he keeps his chicken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ribble Farm Fair. There's chickens in there.
You talk, Ted. You've got to find the giveaway.
Don't worry about us.
Yeah, we'll keep it going. Joanna Hammond says, "I'll have to come up with a new question."
Yeah, make it one that people can answer. Make it one that Ted can understand.
Yes, Dave is complaining that he hasn't had a stickers from me and Chris yet. You will. I will get them sent out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Right. I found the prize.
Yes. Is it the same one we were going to have at the start of the show, or is it a different one?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's the same prize as the
Okay.
start of the show. All right, I found it. Right. Yes. All right.
Hang on. Before you do that, Lauren Sculford just says to me, Fox, have you seen that someone's made a kit of Ra's ship from the Stargate movie?
I think take that as a no. He hasn't.
A kit, or is it just like a shapeways thing? I mean, it's just
email
it's
Ted
like
at
4 parts.
emodels.co.uk. Everything details about the kit, and we'll pass it on at Fox.
Yes. Email Ted, and he'll send it to me, and I'll probably spend some money badly. Now, if they can just make more, if they can make a kit of some more of the shit. Anyway, carry on, Ted. Sorry.
Yeah, we're going to do a giveaway. As usual, this is the giveaway that everybody can get involved in. If you're watching this on Catch Up, or if you're watching it on a different platform and you can't take part in chat and things like that, it's a bit fun. So that you can take part. All you have to do is comment underneath the video when it's uploaded into the tubes, when it goes live on there. In the comments, you can put an answer to the question that we'll think of shortly.
Yeah, normally it's normally the video is up about 10 to 20 minutes after the stream's finished.
Yeah.
So you can answer this anytime. We'll pull the winner next Monday before the show. So if you weren't watching this live, you can take part.
Yeah. And so for your chance to win something this week, and the prize will be, hang on, I'll share the screen again. Screen share.
In answer to Pete Rogers' question in the chat, I think we should make the question, what came after the Wessex 5?
Yeah.
That's not the question.
No, that's not the question. Yeah, this is what you can win this week. Somebody can have a go at this and tell us what it's like. I'd see if it is a working model and things like that. And all the rest, see if it's got whirly parts on it. A great bit of fun. The first ever helicopter, which is from the What's in Store that we did tonight. Hopefully, if there's any left.
It's still in stock now.
Yeah,
That just means people haven't put the orders through yet.
That's it. So, right. We need to think of a question. Well, not a question, but a statement that you can put underneath the video. I think you should just give us the noise of a helicopter.
Yeah, do a helicopter noise.
Yeah.
Well, no, in fact, how about we do the noise that you think Leonardo's helicopter would make?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The noise, yeah. The noise Leonardo's helicopter would make, or the guy turning the handle. Faster. Go faster.
Bene, molto presto.
Yeah, so that's what you got to do. All you need to do, as I say, is just at the end of the show, when the video's gone live on the tubes, you can take part. And it's just a bit of fun. It's just to get you to the random name picker picks a name that's just
randomly
listed
Random
underneath the video. So you could just say hello, and your name will go in the draw. But it's just
Zadster says it goes a chopper.
chopper. Yeah, good. Right, so that's
Well,
that
remember,
one.
don't answer in the actual live chat because that is answer it in the comments in the video once this stream becomes a video in about 20 minutes after we finish the stream. So just go and find this tonight's stream. It's a normal video. Put the comment in the thing there.
Don't
That
forget.
sentence was a complete train wreck.
Don't forget to go and find it later.
Yeah,
No good next week saying, "Oh, I was going into that, but I didn't."
I'm having difficulty talking tonight. More gin. It's just water.
Right.
That's what they all say.
Right. Yeah, good. I've got a few emails come through for people that won stickers and things tonight.
Michael Jackman says it's silent. It doesn't do anything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, Mick.
And then just put in dots.
It doesn't work, Leonardo. It doesn't work. Right. And last week's winner. We'll do that now, shall we?
Yes.
We'll get that one.
Last week was Thunderbirds, wasn't it?
Last week was Thunderbirds.
Yes. Last week we asked people, what does FAB stand for? The 1 week we don't do a silly noise.
Yeah. And hang on, I'll just get it all set up again. Yeah, and the winner from last week could have won this. It was the Thunderbird.
I like the fact you put up the picture and cover up the names. You can't remember what it's called.
I just cover the name up.
It was the thing.
The plane with the colours and the things.
It was an aeroplane thing. It's the Trumpet 148 Northrop 38A Talon Thunderbird.
Ryan Riley's got to go. He appreciates all the great responses for foods to try.
Yeah,
Keep us posted. Have a good night. Got to go. Bye, Ryan. Good night, morning, whatever time it is there.
Yeah, good night, good morning, whatever you are. Yeah, so the winner from last week has won this great prize, and all you have to do is drop me a line, and I'll send you details off to eModels, and they'll get it in the post to you. Should I tell them who the winner is then?
It might be a good idea.
Yeah, should have. Right. The comment was number 5.
Number 5. Sorry.
Yeah, whoever it was said the FAB. He said FAB stood for Fully Audio Broadcast. Yeah, because FAB was just a made-up term, wasn't it? It didn't actually stand for anything, as far as.
Fabulous, darling.
It's fabulous, darling. Fabulous. Mate Bliss says no disassemble.
Anyway, the winner from last week is. Yeah.
You don't need a ch. Ted can do his own ch.
Oh, can he? We'll do it again then, Ted. Yeah, but every time Ted does it, his camera wobbles and his microphone goes dead loud. Oh, yeah?
It fell over. Yeah, the winner is Redlen08. Redlen08, if that's you, if you're in the chat with us tonight, let us know. If not, you can send us an email at ted.co.uk. ted@emodels.co.uk.
ted.co.uk.
Even forgetting where I live now.
eModels at ted.co.uk.
So that's it. Yeah, and we'll send that. Get the guys at eModels to send the prize off to you.
Golden Scales is here. Morning, lads from New Zealand. Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Nearly finished
Might
now.
not have timed it particularly brilliantly.
Yeah, there's always somebody that just goes, what have I missed? Nothing. You were just going that way. Yeah.
Dave Barker says Johnny 5 would be a cool kit. Yeah, there is actually a kit of Johnny 5, but I can't remember who made it.
I'm sure I've seen one somewhere, but
yeah, there is one that's like super expensive as well, but I've seen it around, but I can't remember who made it.
Yeah, Red Lens in the chat. Well done.
Brilliant. Red Line, well done.
Yeah, don't forget though, when you get your prize, take a picture with your prize, send it into eModels.
Or video it.
Yeah.
Stick it on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
We might start many YouTube channels purely because they won something.
Yeah.
Send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk with your name, address, and phone number just in case it goes via courier because they always ask for a phone number.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking in a few years' time, people could be saying it. People could be famous from YouTube and have millions of followers, and think it all started when I won a prize off Ted Fox and Chris on the eModels channel.
Yeah, their first video will be like, "I won this thing," and then they'll be making millions every month on YouTube, and we'll be in obscurity still. It's just the way the universe works.
I hope to achieve obscurity at some point. I'm not got quite that high yet.
I set myself very low standards, which I often fail to achieve.
You never will, Chris, because you've got the red jumper on. You've got the red t-shirt.
Well, I might keep going back every week. You know.
Michael Jackman's off. Thanks for coming in, dude.
Right.
Ostrich 9000 says Fireball XL5 would be cool. Yeah, they do one, don't they? There is one somewhere. Didn't we have a winner? We had a winner once that Metal was a Fireball XL5.
Yes, there is a Fireball XL5 kit.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, I think it's about time to wind things up for this evening.
Yes, the moment Ted starts missing words out of sentences, we know it's time to wind up.
Gin, I need a retap.
Yeah, Ted, send it to ted.com.
Emodels at ted.co.uk.
Ted on the internet. The internet Ted.
Yeah, you can just address your letter to Ted at eModels. It'll get there.
Yeah, just stick your envelope in the Ethernet socket.
Yeah. That for your drive. It's not for floppy disks. It's for putting letters in. Have you got?
Is that where you've been posting the stickers?
That's why. That's why people never get them.
You got a PC case. Why is my PC not working?
Well, you know where his PC broke the other last year, wasn't it?
Does that really show my age that my computer still got a floppy disk drive?
When you took your PC in for repair, did they find it was full of letters?
Yeah. The thing is, they were all addressed to me.
I found your problem.
You'll find a problem, mate. Anyway, it's time to wrap up for tonight, I think. We've done a couple of hours for you. It's good to see you. It's always good to see you guys around and sort of interact with the chat and things like that. It's always nice to do it that way. Meet fellow modelers, talk about lots of things on the same wavelength and just have a good time and spend some time together. But until next week, I hope to be here next week.
Hope that you do.
If I'm not here, I assure you these guys will be. Right.
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah. So, well, it's good night from these two then. Come on.
Adios, amoebas.
Yeah.
Good night.
I like that. Come on.
Right, and we'll see you all next week. Same time, same place, same back channel. Okay, everybody. Good night. Good night.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Ciao, bella. Chopper.
Yeah, a chopper. It's not a word, King. It's not a word, King.
What's the other button?
Yeah, I'm pressing the button.